our trust.
Good morning and welcome back. Broadcasting live from Site B, located in the mythical town of Fresno, Nevada, which looks suspiciously like my backyard. It's your boy, the oggm, and it's Friday, and the list is back. I don't know. Sometimes the list is there, sometimes the list is not there. I thought maybe it was an every other week thing, but nope. Nope, don't know. There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason. Hey, I got a comment already. Who's up this early? It's from Cooperative Waffles. We love Cooperative Waffles. We've shouted him out a few times. If you check out his stuff, he's a waffle that works for a major corporation. How awful is that? So let's see what Kickstarter type things are available this week. There's a couple that jump out at me, and there's a couple where I just want to go, nope, 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 nope. So yes. And one that I know my friend is very excited about. So yeah. Morning, OG. Morning, Swords and Stones. Another person you should check out. Check out Swords and Stones and his little game. Okay. Top of the morning, top of the list. We've got, I'm gonna say this wrong. Trudvang, The Legend Returns from Free League Publishing. This is a very exciting expansion on the Dragonbane. Dragonbane is a great system. If you ever want to check out Dragonbane stuff, our good friend Jeff's Games Box talks about it all the time. There's a link in the description. Head on over to his channel as he waxes poetic how awesome Dragonbane is. So this is an expansion. It's got art, something about chocolate, core rules, the world, some stories, a GM screen. It doesn't really say what's actually in it. It just talks mostly about the art. So, hey, art. All right, but it's an expansion, and it claims the legend returns. Now, for people who are familiar with Dragonbane and the game Dragonbane is based upon, then obviously that would make sense. But for those of us who, didn't know about it until Free League bought it, maybe calling it the Legend Returns is a little presumptuous. But hey, you've got to market yourself any way you can to be in the competitive world of Kickstarter. Ooh, art. All right, moving on. Nimble. Slay the tabletop role-playing game Saw, the tabletop role-playing game of the year. This is a monster book for Nimble. It's 100. Oh, I forgot prices. Price for this thing is 1,498 skek, which is the money they use over there. That's about, I think that's about $50 American. All right, Nimble is $125. No monster manual is worth $125. You get the PDF and the print version of the monster book, some adventures, and some zines. So I assume that there's a cheaper version if you don't want the adventures and the zines. You just want the the book. But yeah, no role-playing game is worth over $100. I will never charge that much money for mine. And no book on monsters. So yeah, this is monsters for Nimble. I've been hearing a lot of good things about Nimble. It is one of the many people who are claiming that it's the proper successor to 5e for people who want to continue playing 5e type games. Our good friend Professor Dungeon Master has done a couple reviews of it. Questing Beasts has done a couple reviews of it. So yeah, people seem to love this game. It's definitely on my list of games I'd like to try. If anybody out there in the sound of my voice, who has given it a try, please let me know. I'd love to talk about it. Then we move on to our good friend. I never finish something I start. Monty Cook. We've got Numenaria, the Amber Archive. This is $279. $279 for this thing, which comes with an autographed copy of Numenor, a whole bunch of stuff for Numenor, including all the props for Numenor, like the decks. And this is a whole bunch of, basically he's redone Numenor, and now he's releasing it, and he's re-releasing all this other stuff that comes with it. All these books, I assume there's a cheaper for just getting the book if you don't want the cards and the zines and the stuff. Are you stealing from the Amber stuff? Or is Numenor based upon the Amber books? Because I hadn't made that connection before, but Yeah, and some people said that Numenor is a post-apocalypse. I don't know if it's really a post-apocalypse because it just takes place hundreds of years in the future of Earth. That doesn't automatically make it a post-apocalypse. But I guess the closest relative would be Thundercats slash Thunder the Barbarians, where hundreds of years have passed and something happened to make magic work again, and there was like an apocalypse. I don't know. It's Monty Cook. You know what I feel about Monty Cook? I've always been very honest about my feelings for Monty Cook. Yes, he's an incredible, prolific creator, but he never finishes something. Anyways, I've heard the Cypher superhero game is good. Some people like Numenor. A lot of people don't. It's Monty Cook, so yeah, it doesn't jump out to me, but whatever. Then from Evil Hat Production, the makers of Blades in the Dark, we have Blades in the Dark 68. This is $25, and it's taking the Blades in the Dark 100 years in the future to the 1960s, because Blades in the Dark is suddenly now based on Earth. It's got 450 pages of groovy rules for spying, heists, and paranormal encounters. Moving the timeline up a century lets players explore new parts and stuff. So if you've ever wanted to play in a 1968 conspiracy, martial arts, James Bond, RoboCop, whatever was going on in the 60s, birth of psychedelic rock, Vietnam, all that stuff. You could do it in Blades of the Dark. Or you could just wait for Victor's game to come out next week and play that instead. And one that's near and dear to my heart, one of my favorite settings, one of my favorite systems, Deadlands. Happy 30th anniversary. Really? Has it been 30 years of game, grits, and Ghost Rock? It doesn't feel like it's been 30 years, but yes, I guess it has. Congratulations. Pinnacle, 30 years of this wonderful game. You guys know I love Weird West so much that I wrote a Weird West role-playing game, sort of. And it's on sale right now for $1. Link down below. See what I did there? So it is $300. 350. Pinnacle, I love you, and I love Deadlands, but no role-playing game is worth $350. But this is a collection of everything that's been made for Deadlands past, present, and future. Obviously, there is a cheaper version, and they had the foreword written by Bruce Campbell because of Briscoe County Jr. If you've never seen Briscoe County Jr., the episodes are out there. I think they're on YouTube. If you want to understand what Weird West is, the Wild Wild West from the old TV show and the Adventures for Briscoe County Jr. explains Weird West. I love Weird West. I love Deadlands. I love Savage Worlds. It's I've said over and over again, it's a system that shouldn't work, but does. I don't know how these guys got Bruce to sign this, but cool. So yeah, check it out. That said, $350. No role-playing game is worth $350. I will never charge anybody that much money for a product, no matter how much good my product is. I could solve the quantum equation of gaming and create the one true system. I still wouldn't charge you that much money. Nobody has that much money to spend on goblins with sticks. This is basically all you need is dice and a pencil. Yeah. Sorry, Pinnacle. I'm assuming there's a cheaper version than this because this comes with all this box and stuff and books and props and accessories and cards and dice and stuff. Guys, t-shirt and stickers. All you need to make is t-shirts and stickers. I miss t-shirts and stickers in Kickstarters. That's the only upgrade I would want, is a t-shirt or some stickers or maybe a map. I don't need dice. I don't need cards. I don't need a leather embossed, gold embroidered book carved from the same stones that the 10 Commandments were carved from. Stickers and a t-shirt. That's all we need, a pencil with the name on the game on it. But it's Deadlands, so I love it. So I can't be that negative about it. Yes, I can. Moving on from Bob World Builder for $16. We've got his new thing. Under the Shadow of Hellfest Spire for Shadow Dark. Bob World Builder trying to jump on the Shadow Dark bandwagon. This is $16 for a zine. Hey, $16 it wins for being that cheap. I guess Bob World Builders is an okay dude. I don't know, he made that video a couple months ago complaining that he got invited, all expense paid trip to go do a role-playing thing, and Jeff Gamesbox did a video about it. Shout out to Jeff Gamesbox, link down below. Help our good friend, about, oh my God, I feel so sorry for you that you got invited to an all expense paid huge gaming thing, you poor thing. And oh my God, I feel so bad for you. Your last video didn't have 64K views. It's hard to feel bad for Bob. He seems to be doing okay, but he made a zine. It's a Shadow Dark zine, and some people have said it's pretty good. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. And just because it's the only thing that we're seeing this week that's actually worth, under $20. Yeah, Bob. All right, then I think this is for Morkborg. This is called Merker of Mork's Omni-Compatible Burg Adventure. Mirkborg. Again, who knew? Who knew? Every time I see one of these, it's who knew? When you first saw Mirkborg 2 years ago, was it 2 years ago? Who looked at it and went, that's going to be fucking huge. Excuse my language. Most of us thought, like, yeah, this is a cool looking rule book. The system is cited, but yeah, I mean, I looked at it and was like, this is a joke, right? Like somebody said, I'm gonna make. There's all these grimdark games. As a joke, I'm gonna make the most grim, most dark, acid rock, heavy metal album themed book. It's basically an art book with some rules in it, and it exploded. Who knew? So what is Merker of Morks? It is a $25 zine. It's compatible with anything for Merc. It's a survival television game show, crossover, deadly game kind of thing. All right, so it's Running Man or Death Race, that kind of thing. So a bunch of characters from different universes are plucked and forced to go through a series of increasingly deadly things. Sure, why not? Then from Post World Games, we have the Osari? Yeah. Place where dead people are in it. $25 for the PDF. It is, oh wait, you'll never gave it, considering it's got the Hunger and Bone fantasy role-playing. It's an OSR! About a decaying fantasy world. Will you save the world or break it? Because, yeah, we need an OSR, another black and white OSR. What's your favorite D20 system? I'm going to re-envision it with some classic grim, dark, world falling apart power level gaming, because grimdark is still a thing. First it was just put the word punk after your product, guaranteed to sell. Then it was liminal horror, guaranteed to sell. Now it's grimdark. All you got to do is say your game is grimdark, and it sells. If I ever make a D20 fantasy game, it'll be heroic, over-the-top Saturday morning adventure fantasy, because that's what I want to play. Oh wait, I am working on that now. Blah blah blah. Moving on, we got Cloak and Dagger for Pathfinder, I think, and D&D. It's sneaky classes, thieves, rangers. More options for those. $20 for a book of new things, of classes, class options, archetypes, and gear for your rogue type characters, your assassins, your spies, your masters of disguises, your dungeon scouts, your expert burglars. $19 for a whole bunch of new things for 5e. And finally, we've got Gate Pass Gazette Annual 2025. This is $40, and it's everything that EN World has made over the last year for their 5e Advanced 5th Edition. So if you're familiar with the old Dragon magazine or any of the many zines that came out where it just has, here's some spells, here's some options, here's some articles, here's a dungeon, here's some comedy, all sort of vaguely connected to D20. Here's one of the many people who are continuing the process. So if that's something that's, you want to look at a whole bunch of options for 5e, this is a really great way to do it. And it's $40, which is reasonably priced. So yeah, why not? Hey, saw you on my feed. Hope I'm not late. Hey guys, it's God of Ka. God of Ka's got a game coming out pretty soon. Very excited about it. You should check out his videos, filled with humor and definitely interesting insight. Great dude. Our origin story of how we met is very interesting. But the Troll Lord Games spell book backer thing is missing. It is missing. I don't know why they didn't post it. Anyways, Troll Lords Games just released 2 books that they're kickstarting, coming to an end. They've got the remastered Adventurer's Backpack and the remastered Book of Spells. Both of those came to an end recently. You should check them out. We love Troll Lord Games. The one true extension, evolution of what Dungeons and Dragons should have been had Gygax still had a say in it. I've played Troll Lord Games, Castles and Crusades. They have a class that our friend Elvin Maiden helped design, so that's cool. So I don't know why it's on the list, but yeah, I would definitely recommend anything that they guys do. All right, so you've got Gate Pass Gazette Annual for $40. Sure, why not? If you're a fan of 5e, you could do worse than that. We've got basically the same thing, but specifically for thieves. Why would I buy this if this is probably going to have the exact same stuff in it? I don't know if that was a good choice, guys, but whatever. Then we got this, a brand new OSR for $25. Obviously, as always, I want everybody out there who makes product to succeed, but do we need another dark, gloomy, grim, dark, doom and gloom OSR? Hey, Jim Pinto, if you're out there in the sound of my voice and you want to come defend your product, come on my channel and I'll interview you. We can talk about it. For Mirk Borg, the game that will not die, we have basically the running man. It's called Merker of Mercs. It's an omni-compatible cross-dimension Secret Wars type of thing for $25. From Bob Willbuilder for $16, we've got this Under the Shadow of Hellfest Spire dungeon thingy for Shadowdark. It's the cheapest on the list. Then we have for $350 the Deadlands complete collection of everything for the 30th anniversary. No role-playing game in the world is worth $350. I assume there's a cheaper one. That said, I love Deadlands. I love Weird West so much. I wrote my own Weird West setting. Link down below. Evil Hat. Are we still angry at Evil Hat? Are we? I know he wore. I don't know if we still are. Anyways, you could get this. It's Blades in the Dark 100 years in the future, because suddenly I guess Evil Hat has decided that Blades in the Dark took place on Earth now. And apparently, if 100 years, so yeah, that doesn't make sense. 1968, 1868 is when you're saying Blades in the Dark took place on Earth? Or are you just saying that the future of the world of Blades in the Dark evolved to resemble 1968 Earth? Or you could just wait a week till Victor's Streets of Magic drops, like I am. Yeah, sorry guys, no. Then from Monty Cook for $300, we've got Numenor. We're back. More of the same, but different, because I'm Monty Cook and I never finish anything. I should be less mean to him, but sorry. I know. OGGM, you're supposed to be more positive. I'm trying. And I definitely have noticed when I play back my stuff that I'm a lot more positive. Now, that said, there are some certain hills I refuse to step off of. This one is one of them. And Nimble, we've got a monster book for Nimble for $125. Nimble, I'm hearing nothing but great things about. Professor DM loves it. So yeah, that said, no D&D book is worth $125, especially if it's a book on monsters. Do you know how many monster books are out? Remember, when in doubt, make a monster book. I did last year. Link down below. Just saying. you know. And of course, getting back top, for $1,498, we're in free league money, or about $100 in our money. We've got, and I'm going to say this wrong, Trudvang, campaign setting for the amazing Dragonbane system. Check out our good friend Jeff Gamesbox. He talks about Dragonbane all the time. Link down below. And thank you for pointing out that they didn't do the Trollord Games stuff. Shame on you for not posting out the Trollord Games stuff. Trollord Games has 2 products that are coming to an end, both of which are option, one of which features a class created by our good friend Elvin Maiden. So there you go. That's every product that's available that I can find. If I missed something, like Cooperative Waffle pointed out, please let me know. If you've got a product that's coming up, you want to kickstart God of Ka, let me know and I'll shout it out. We can come on, we can talk about it, because I'm here for you. This is your channel, not mine. If you appreciate this content, like, share, subscribe. If you want to support the OGGM, check out my product. It's all marked down on drive-through, and the new one should be out March 1st if all goes well. Till next time. I hope you're all enjoying this great week. The sun is out, the sky is blue, the air is warm. I appreciate each and every one of you for taking time out of your day to hang out with me, and I'll talk to y'all later.